All right, excellent. Here we go. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Brian Wright. I'm the Research Services Librarian and one of the liaisons for the Business and Leadership Division here at St. Mary the Woods College. And so today's session really is intended to help give you a place to explore and to learn about some of the library resources that are available to you and to help you take some of the next steps from wherever you're at in your research journey and in your program to feel more confident, more comfortable, more empowered as you navigate library resources for your coursework and for your research projects. So we'll walk through a bit of what the library has to offer, the databases, the guides, some of the things that are specifically tailored towards business and leadership. Highlight how you can reach out to us for support, what's coming up next with webinars and things like that. So to that end, here's our agenda here for today. Just a quick overview on in what sense this might apply to you. Want to walk through what kind of resources, again, we offer within the subject areas of business and leadership, how to contact us, and then we'll wrap up our time with some Q&A if there's anything that can be helpful for you during this time. All right. So one of the first questions we do want to just address is, in what sense does this session that we're doing here today apply to you? If you're a part of the business and leadership division in any way, as a major, a minor, certificate students, a faculty, maybe you're just taking a class within that division, then absolutely you can see that it applies to you. There's lots of different various degrees and minors, both in undergraduate and graduate, and so the reach of this division reaches far and wide. And as a library, we do want to be able to support you as you pursue whatever you're doing, whether again as a class or a degree or whatever that looks like for you. So this is for you. You're in the right place. You haven't walked into the wrong class. All right. Well, what we want to do is to, again, walk you through how the library can support you in your courses and in your research. And so as we go through certain resources, we're going to do that with an eye towards exploring how these resources relate to business and leadership specifically. Know that we'll highlight some of these. The principles will apply towards narrowing your search results and things like that towards other subject areas as well. But again, we just want to go ahead and tailor it a bit towards this idea of business and leadership. So we want to go ahead and start here by exploring first some of our databases. And so I do have a link here, but I want to highlight how you would get to these databases specifically from the St. Mary of the Woods library website page here. And so to get there, you want to navigate to the library page and then scroll down here towards our databases tab right here. Now, a database is kind of like a collection of various journals, academic resources that often are somewhat subject specific here as well. Um, and so that's what we want to encourage is because when you come to the database page here, you'll see that there are 120 databases. And so maybe it's like a Google search when you come onto something and you see the thousands of Google results that you'll get when you search for something. You might just go and pick the first one. In this case, that might work fairly well because Academic Search Ultimate, the first one that does come up, is a good kind of catch-all database that you can use for your searches. But if you want to look at something that's more subject specific, what we wanted to start doing is finding certain filters that can narrow your search right from the start there. And so you'll see here at the top of the page, there's a few of these filters that you can work with right from the start, even just in finding relevant databases. So if I look at our case under subjects here, I'm going to go ahead and click on business. That'll add that to our queue here. And then also I will click down here on leadership as well. And so from here, if I click onto now the search tab over here, this will highlight instead of the whole 120 different databases, now here are 32 databases that are a little more subject specific that are geared towards the subject area of business and leadership. More specifically, at the very top of any of these results, it'll highlight what are called our best bets. And so these are ones that as library faculty we've identified as databases that are going to be not just on the periphery of finding helpful resources for you, but really are going to be, as it says, your best bet for finding good, relevant resources for what you need. And so this first one here, Business Source Ultimate, this is a good kind of catch-all one for anything related to business, and we'll walk through some of these here a little later as well. You'll see next to each of the databases, there's a series of icons here. You can see down here on the icon legend over here what those are in reference to, and that can help guide you with that on that side too. Um, we will go ahead and look into these databases here in a second, but I also do want to highlight what are called our subject guides. And so if there are a few ways you can get to this. And you can see here as I'm scrolling down the page, we do have our listing of the subject specialists. So in this case, because this is specific to business and leadership, both Dr. Tryon and myself are listed here as kind of the liaisons toward that department, the specialists toward that department. And it has this listing of guides by subject. And so this is where it lists business guides and leadership guides here as well. To get there, though, so you can certainly click through on there. I'm going to go ahead and get there by going into getting to it from our main web page here so you can know how to get there. So on the homepage tab here, we can come down here to the second icon here of library guides. And these library guides, they're kind of a research home base for your subject area. And so we have them for, as you can see, a variety of different kinds of both classes and subject areas here. And they're just a good place to start if you're trying to get oriented towards your particular subject that you're looking to do research on. And so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and look through a couple that are related here towards business and leadership specifically. So I'm going to go ahead and click here through the Business Research Guide. And when we get to these pages here, they're all set up fairly similarly so that you kind of know what to expect regardless of which guide you go to. The very first landing page here will just be a brief welcome towards the guide itself. But the next, it will move us right into this section here on choosing databases. And these are kind of the recommended databases. You'll see a couple of these here that were a part of those best bets that we saw on our database page here as well, Business Source Ultimate, Nexus Uni, and so on. They're also listed here within the Business Research Guide. You'll see there's a section here for finding books and ebooks as well. So these will often just be more kind of reference type of materials within the subject area, but know that those are there as well. And then sometimes with depending what the subject guide is, it'll also have a tab that's a little more specific to that subject area. So in our case here for the Business Research Guide, we do have a section here on company and industry information. And it'll link us back, circle us back around here to Business Source Ultimate, which we also saw in the database choosing databases tab. But you'll find these in other kinds of subject guides too. If there's something that's specific towards that subject area that's helpful kinds of information to have that we can link you to, we'll throw those in there as well. So to that end, let's go ahead and just open one of these guides, or excuse me, one of the databases here, so you can see what they look like if you haven't been able to navigate and play around on that site there before. So I'll go and click through here. All right, excellent. And I apologize. I do want to just confirm again one more time. Are you able to see my screen here still?
Yes, we're all good.
Okay, excellent, great. Thank you so much. All right, so this is kind of the landing page here for a lot of the EBSCO related kinds of databases, and so these will all have a very similar kind of layout. Where you'll see some of the differences are on some of the filters that are available to you for your search. So the databases are what's being helped right now is your search is already somewhat limited because you're looking through a specifically business related database, and so you're going to go right from the start, narrow down your search results, which is very helpful here. But you'll see with these filters, there's some other ways you can narrow down your search all the way from full text or peer-reviewed, depending on what the assignment research that you're doing calls for. So know that those filters are there to help kind of again limit. It's just another layer to help provide you more focused results. And I'll highlight this here at the end as well, but we do have some tutorials as well that can walk you through how to go about a search and how to help focus and narrow your search even further. So encourage you to check those out as well. Specifically with the business search business source ultimate database here, under the publication section, you'll see this is a place where you can find various company profiles, also SWOT analyses of various companies as well, so you can do searches for those. And then the other piece that can be helpful, and this is a bit of another kind of search strategy, but under the subjects tab right here, you'll see that there's a listing of subject terms. Where this can be helpful is that each database is going to use different kinds of terms to classify certain subjects or topics. And so sometimes you may have a certain keyword in mind of, well, here's what kind of I'm looking for. And the databases generally do a good job of bringing those up. But if you want to go ahead and narrow your search and get it more focused right from the start, these subject terms here that the database uses will help you know again kind of just what language I guess even the database is speaking. So if I put in something like uh, real estate or something like this, right? Some kind of term, it'll show you, hey, here's both all the different kind of subsets of real estate that in terms that are used within this database. But you can see kind of if there's another kind of term that they use, they'll highlight that as well. And so what you can do though is you can then click on one of those terms and add that to your search. And then right from the start, you're using the language, the terms that this database speaks to go ahead and narrow your search. But again, and I'll highlight this at the end, we do encourage you to check out some of our tutorial videos that'll walk you through within a given database how to narrow down and find some good focus searches for what you're looking for. Um, let's go ahead and highlight here as well. Let's see. As I double check where we're at in our notes here. So we're looking through databases here. The other one that's helpful to explore here is within business is Nexus Uni. And so I'm going to go ahead and click through to that one here. And I just wanted to highlight this one as well because this is just another great kind of business-friendly website to find pieces related to any kind of dossiers related to companies. You can find patents. If you play around on it, you can just find a lot of very helpful information, company profiles, industry analyst reports, SEC filings. There's just some really helpful filters and resources that are available to you through Nexus Uni. So I just wanted to highlight that one there as well. Within the database, the research guide here, you'll see there's a section here as well for citation help. And if we click through to this one here, this will take us to APA, a style guide, and walk you through some general formatting layouts for you, how to go about in-text citations, things like that, that can be very helpful to you as well. What we'll do here as well is I want to highlight our a couple other research guides. I'm going to highlight here our leadership research guide because this one, as you can see, has a very similar layout, but one of the pieces that it has is a section for quantitative and qualitative research. And so if we click through to this one here, it'll just give you a few different ebooks that are helpful for exploring, again, both quantitative and qualitative research and any of the kind of web links that may be helpful for you in that area there as well. And then the final one I'd like to highlight here for you is if you're within the PhD in global leadership, you'll see that you specifically have a guide that you can access here, and it's going to go even more in depth on pieces that are relevant to your program. So it does have the general welcome, it does have the general listing towards databases, but I see there are also links here for newspapers, video, and web resources, and also a section here on as you're writing your dissertation, some different helps here from literature review, kind of just the full dissertation process. And this section here can be kind of helpful as you walk through and kind of try to get your head around what it all involves, but also what resources the library can link you to as you go about that dissertation process there as well. The next piece here as well to highlight for you are our, let me go to the next one here, our course guides. Um, uh, there are occasionally courses, especially those that involve major research components, that have course-specific guides. So these are different from the research guides in that, the research guide is going to be more subject-based. It's going to be a little broader. A course guide, as it says in the name right there, is going to be geared towards a specific course and what are materials that are the most relevant and the most helpful to you for a specific course. Now, not all courses have these. Again, often those that involve more major research components will have them, but we have these available for a few. So let's go ahead and highlight a couple of these here for you. So if I'm back here in the LibGuide section, you can see some of these here are listed. I'm going to go ahead and look for the Into the Woods course guide here, because this is one that most likely you'll experience during your time here at St. Mary's, as now I'm sure. Oh, here we go. I was overlooking that a couple of times. All right, so you can see this, the setup is somewhat similar to some of the research guides there, but it's going to go ahead and give you some of the specific assignments to that course and what some of the research requirements are. And then based on those research requirements for that course, some relevant databases, books and ebooks, web resources, and so on. It even gives you an option here for how to navigate a search. It gives you just kind of this quick little tutorial. So this can be helpful. And this is embedded in a few of our guides here as well. And then also gives you a section here on evaluating your sources as you're trying to discern what kind of source am I looking for? Is the resource that I'm finding a relevant one? Does it have authority within my field? All of these things. And so just a few different ways to walk through is this source that I'm finding relevant and helpful for my research that I'm doing here. So if you do find that your professor notes that you do have a course guide that's available for your class, I strongly encourage you to check it out. It can help save you time by directing you towards, again, more specific databases, more specific ebooks and web resources that are relevant for the assignments that you have in that class. Want to highlight here next our citations and citation guides here. So underneath each of the guides, whether it's a course guide or a resource guide here, there's this section here on citation help. And so we remember we saw this page here before that shows you in this case, the AP7 style guide. But one of the tabs here that's listed is the section on staying organized with Zotero. Maybe some of you are already familiar with Zotero, and that's great if you are. If it's something that's new to you, one of our other research services librarians, Keela Vila, did a wonderful job putting this together for us for how to both get oriented towards Zotero, how to register, how to install it. But Zotero is a citation tool, as it notes here, that helps you collect, organize, cite, and share your research sources. So you may find sometimes that between all of the different classes that you're doing, or even if you're just doing a major research project, a capstone project, a dissertation, right, a thesis, that you have a lot of different resources that you're trying to keep coordinated. And so what Zotero does is this helps you input these all into one spot, and then it can also help you with uh, 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 helping you cite your papers. So showing you correct citation, both for in-text citations, reference section citations. So this is a great resource that's available to you there as well. All right, let's see, let's go ahead and go next to Wood Scholars. So Wood Scholars is our institutional digital institutional repository. So it's going to be an archive that stores our past student and faculty research work, capstones, theses, major projects. And where it can be very helpful is that it does kind of both give you a sense for what a completed project looks like, maybe what other students at St. Mary of the Woods have done before, how they're structuring their arguments, how they're formatting and laying out their papers, what kind of sources they're engaging with. It's just another place to see that you're not reinventing the wheel in scholarship. There's great places to draw from other resources, from other students and faculty, and kind of see how they have gone about their work there. So from the main library webpage here again, um, this is another quick link that's available to you here on this Wood Scholars section. And so if I click through to this one here to Wood Scholars, it's going to verify that I'm human, which is very affirming to know that I am human. Well, I'll find out here shortly. There we go. Okay, very successful. We're there. Um, so there's a different ways that you can do your searches here. One place to start is just by looking within the collections here, and we'll see that the business that they're all laid out here. Business section here. Actually, I think it is here on the first page here. Here we go. Department of Business and Leadership. So if I click through to this, we'll see that there's a few different sub-collections that are available within it here that involve faculty publications, master's projects, and then it's just some general posters that have been done through the Department of Business and Leadership. And so you can look within the collection here specifically itself, see how many different works are available in there. You can search within the collection itself as well if there's a specific kind of a resource that you're looking for, or see what's been done on any kind of papers before. You can also do a search here from within the home page. You can search by just general keywords. You can search by subject terms. So this is, again, just a great place to start if you're looking to see, hey, what have other people here at St. Mary's done before in this area, or if you're looking to see what other dissertations or other kind of theses, what kind of work's been done. It's just a great place to check out there. Coming back as we start kind of wrapping up, as I see our time's getting low, this goes very quickly. I do want to highlight that we do have a FAQ section. So if you ever just have a general question in this FAQ section, this highlights some of our often most asked questions from even why can't I log onto the databases? What's going on here? And if you don't want to chat in or call in, you can always check this lib answer section in the FAQ. You'll note that we do have a chat bot here that you can do a chat with that will help guide you towards either maybe the right lib answer. It may guide you towards a certain section within the web page, or it may say, yeah, let's go ahead and connect you with a librarian here as well. So know that there's this chat function that's available for you if you ever have any questions there too. All right, just a couple more pieces here as we start wrapping up. Highlight here that we do have, I had mentioned the tutorials. They're available on our YouTube page here. So by clicking on that link, it can get you to our YouTube page here, and you can see now there's some great videos and tutorials on, for example, here, how to find theses and dissertations, library resources, basics of library searching. There's how to go about citations. So there's some really good resources that are available there through our YouTube channel as well. All right. As we start wrapping up here, two more pieces. One, if even after looking through kind of what's on the website, or maybe you kind of just hit a roadblock, you want to be able to talk to a librarian kind of for an extended period, we are absolutely glad to chat with you and to set up a time where we can meet one-on-one for about 20 minutes, half an hour. We'll do a Zoom connect. We'll share a screen, walk you through your question that you may have. And so you can set up this research appointment. There's a link to do that here. If you're on campus, you have the pleasure of meeting with Dr. Tryon, if you would like, here as well in person. He's the only library faculty that we have on campus. Off campus, if you're open to meeting online, you can certainly meet with Dr. Tryon there as well. But you can see here's where some of our other research services librarians are available for you. You can go ahead and select their name. Here's mine as well. And then this is updated regularly here where there's more times that are available. But yeah, go ahead and select that. And once you have a time selected, just put in your information and generally what you'd like to talk about. And we are very, very glad to meet with you and to walk with you along your information journey here as well. No questions too small. We're certainly always glad to meet with you. So as we wrap up here, research appointments, we have that one there. Here's my direct contact information. If you ever have any questions or comments or concerns, please feel free to reach out. And I'm always glad to either answer your question or find out who can answer your question there for you with any of the resources available to you through the library. One last piece here as well. We do have these webinars on on a monthly basis. Right now, the next tentative webinar will be here in January of 2026, and where Kilivia will be walking us through that citation management. So that reference to Zotero that we had before, she is an expert in that program there, and this would be a great webinar to attend. We'll send out more information as it becomes available down the road. So as we start wrapping up our time here, I'll go ahead and turn off the recording, but I do want to open it up for a few minutes of questions if you have anything that you would like to ask. So let me go ahead and close out our recording here really quick.